Good day, dear listener, and welcome to the Novitero podcast. We have an exciting show planned for you. But before we get too far, a word to the wise. Novitero contains swearing, allusions to sexual themes, as well as themes of minor violence. A more in-depth description of this content as well as the transcript can be found in the description. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy today's episode.
Move your ass, criminal.
Only if you bend down and give it a little kiss. Watch it!
You alright?
I'm fine. What a prick!
You know, for a fancy prison, the bedside manner here is atrocious.
As if yours is any better.
Hey, don't get snappy with me. I'm not the one who landed us in jail.
Seeing as I'm the only one that voted against going with the princess's plan, you might want to rethink that statement.
Well, at least I wasn't the one making goo-goo eyes at the princess the whole time.
Hey, medic. Why don't you do us all a favor and use your knitting skill to sew that mouth of yours shut?
That would be a relief.
You know what else would be a relief? If you both pull that massive moon rock out of your...
Stop it! Just stop! I know everyone is scared, but hurting each other isn't going to make that feeling go away. We're a crew. And more than that, we are a family. And we will not let this tear us apart. Come on, guys. We've faced worse.
Oh, come on, Val, face it. It's the end of the line. We fucked up real good.
We've all had to start over before.
Start over? Val, look around you. We're in prison. That princess drained us dry. No one's gonna post our bail. Your hand is still fucked up. That thing, whatever the fuck it is still in Lutiga's head. Speaking of, who knows what's gonna...
Stop.
T?
Look, we're in a shitty spot right now. I don't want to dwell on the shittier things that await us.
Right. Sorry.
Right this way, princess. Here we are.
Thank you kindly. If you wouldn't mind allowing me a minute alone?
Of course, princess. Ping me when you're ready to return and I'll meet you past those doors. These halls are near impossible to navigate without help.
Will do. Thank you.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I'm here to offer help.
I think we've had more than our share of your brand of help to last us a few lifetimes.
I know you are all quite angry with me right now.
Angry? Oh, sweetheart, I am well past angry. You betrayed us, Cesa.
It's more complicated than that.
No, I really don't think it is.
I had no choice.
There is always a choice.
Look, I didn't come here to fight.
Well, what did you come here for then? Taunt us? To shake your little Novitero ass cap one more time?
Like you lot are any better. Have you forgotten how we met? You stole my ship and tried to abandon me on a random planet. You're not model citizens. You're thieves.
Well, at least we were upfront about it.
You judge us for our thievery, but are you not the same person who stole from her own people to fund abandoning them for a false lover?
Valzin, that's
We
not...
may be criminals, I cannot deny that, but our crimes were born from necessity. We've done what we've had to do to survive in a world that has pushed all of us aside. Your crimes, your betrayals, they were molded from selfishness.
I just came here to advise you that it would serve you better to plead guilty to any of the crimes you're charged with.
What? Afraid a little peek into this gang's memories might reveal a backstory you didn't want shared?
Yeah, yours.
At least I'd know you'd go down with me.
You really want to play that game, Lou? Because I can assure you, it won't be pretty for you or your crew. So if you have any compassion for your companions at all, I'd highly suggest you cooperate.
You know what I can't help but think about? The way you gambled with Cap's feelings sure does bear a striking resemblance to the way Tiro played with yours. So tell me, was that where you got the inspiration for all this? Does it feel good to hurt people that cared about you?
That's not fair.
And us being in a cell while you walk free is?
Cap?
Was it all fake? From the beginning? Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, it wasn't all fake. Maybe at first,
I don't
but...
want to listen to you lie anymore, Cesa.
Cap,
I think you should go, Princess.
All right. The guards will be in to pick you up for the DNA testing at 0600. Try to get some rest. Goodbye. And... I'm sorry.
Well, that was dramatic.
I know I quite harshly judged her for her actions, but she did seem quite distraught. Do you think she...
No, I don't. It wouldn't really matter anyways. We're already behind bars as it is. We already wasted enough time on her. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do now.
As much as I hate to admit it, she did have a point about memory reading. At this point, if any of us are read...
You probably get the chopping block, and we probably all get life sentences on labor ships or something.
Have we even committed a crime big enough to warrant being memory read?
It's standard to perform memory readings, even for the most minor of crimes, if the litigant pleads not guilty of the crimes they're accused of having committed.
So if we confess, our memories aren't tapped into?
Not necessarily. If the judge suspects you may have committed additional crimes, or that you are giving false information, they may request to have your memory read.
And what's with the DNA testing?
A DNA sample is taken to ensure that the accused are truly who they are claimed to be. They became mandatory over 2 millenniums ago when it was discovered that those with deep pockets would at times hire shapeshifters to exchange places with those placed on trial.
And how does the questioning and all that work? Never adopted the Infinity trial system. We maintained our own.
The modus operandi in the system
Whoa,
is...
the kindergarten version, please.
First, we will each be polled for the DNA testing. There will be questions about your identity. We will be put back into holding. When the results are in and we are confirmed as ourselves, a suitable judge will be selected along with the date of judgment. When you are called before the judge, you will be read a list of accusations. At this time, you may plead yourself culpable or virtuous. If you admit to the crimes, you will be charged with a punishment fitted to your crimes. If you claim you are innocent, you will be subjected to a memory reading, and from the result of that, your fate will be decided. If you are in fact guilty of the crimes you previously said you were not guilty of, an additional grievance and punishment will be doled out to you.
So, there are no lawyers or anything to defend you? What if there are extenuating circumstances?
In the eyes of the Infinity system, no crime has a justifiable reason to be carried out.
That's ridiculous.
It is not a system without its flaws, although it is an admittedly effective deterrent.
So, what are we gonna do?
And what exactly is it that you think you are doing?
Nothing. I was simply contacting Mari to inform her that I will be back at court soon. I missed her.
Wrong answer. You were trying to bring those delinquents' case to Foyet court so that you could act as their judge.
And? Is that a crime?
It won't work.
And why is that?
For a variety of reasons. The utmost of which being that it is a conflict of interest. You are too involved in the case to be deemed suitable as its judge.
Well, you're my advisor, so advise me. What do I do?
The best advice I can give you is to forget them. You are the heir to the throne of Foyet, Cesa. It is your duty to your people to lead them. Vidirona did not cease her fight for the throne simply because you were not there to fight her back. Tell me, would you be content with a second-rate heir on the throne, making decisions for the future of Foyet?
Tell me, would our people be content knowing that the advisor of their future queen and commander counseled her to commit criminal offenses?
I beg your pardon?
It was you that suggested I sell the Synex ore.
I did that to protect your reputation and your place as heir. I did that to protect the future of our people. It was you that stole from the royal finances in the first place.
But think about how our people will see it. If you think crime is a reasonable solution, what other things might you advise me to do?
You wouldn't. You would lose your place as heir.
Probably. But one thing is for sure, you would no longer be seen fit to function as an advisor anymore.
My family has served the Foyet court for decades.
And it would be such a shame for all of that to end because of you, wouldn't it?
No, I don't believe you. You wouldn't risk the throne going to your sister, not with your people at stake.
I was willing to pour out half of the treasury to run away with a boy I had just met. Taking you down will be nothing. Besides, if those delinquents, as you called them, don't confess to the crimes they're accused of and have their memories read, I won't even have to lift a finger to do it.
What do you mean?
They know about Tiro and the ore. I told them everything.
You could have been lying to them. You had to protect yourself, so you fed them a sob story.
They saw the Synex on my ship when they took me aboard the Karkanos. Do you really think a judge isn't going to look into possible illegal trading?
I had not thought of that.
While you're pondering on it, remind me, that man who was head over heels for you, he was the father of a guard, right?
Cesa.
Yes?
I will help those criminals, but you must promise me something.
What?
Do not get involved.
It's a little late for that, don't you think? What are you going to do to get them out of there?
That is none of your concern.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I will help them escape, but you will not take part in it, nor will you know how I go about doing it. If I am caught and you are questioned about it, you must say I acted alone, and continue to lead Foyet.
That's ridiculous.
You should dedicate yourself to bettering the future of your people, is what you should do.
But...
No. On this, I will not be swayed.
Fine.
Now, we are due at the medical ward. Our identities must be confirmed so that you may collect the reward money.
Fine.
And Cesa?
Yes?
Regardless of this dark blemish, I know that you can lead Foyet into a bright future. Be good to our people.
Novitero is a Goose Thunder Network-produced podcast. Today's episode, End of the Line, was written by Amber Holtz and Sterling Ray, with sound editing by Cole Burkhardt and Xander. Music was composed and performed by Benny James. The voices you heard in today's episode in order of appearance were Ace Corsaira as the guard, Jona Lune as Cap, Nicole Tuttle as Lutiga, Brad as Medic, Tal Minear as Valzin, Lanessa Tremblett as Cesa, and Joshua Zediker as Advisor Maesejo. Want to continue to stay up to date on all things Novitero? You can find us on Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram at Novitero Podcasts. That's Novitero Podcast. If you're enjoying the show, tell a friend and consider leaving us a review so we may continue to spread our story. Can't wait for the next episode and need something to fill the gap? Consider checking out one of the other many Goose Thunder Network shows. There are stories about space, superheroes, mafias, and more, and we're sure you'll find something to enjoy.